which we're sorry about that, but it is what it is. Um, yeah, so we're just going to kind of jump right back into it. We want to get a session recap going, provided by, funny enough, Willow Glade herself.
Okay, so we left the tower after fighting the mimic and got out of the graveyard as we exited the valley. What would you call it? Like the
Clearing.
the clearing. Yes, thank you. The clearing. We fought a swampy, muddy, murky skeleton boy. Very tall, very big, and we fought him, beat him. Then we entered the woods where the solar cycle or the lunar cycles were really fucked up, and it would be like 4 days within the span of an hour. So yeah, we got there. Willow and Jedgar got very tired, and we decided to stop and take a snooze. And we snoozed, and here we are.
Sounds like a lot happened last time when you say it like that. um, so yeah, so I mean that's pretty much what happened though. We got some we leveled up. I don't know if you mentioned that or not. Did you?
Level up.
Yeah, everyone leveled up. So everyone should be level 2,
3.
I mean,
3.
I
So
was 8. Is that wrong?
it's a little off, but I don't
Okay.
know that wrong is the word for it.
Do I need to fix it?
You said you specifically said we were at 2.95 of a level, and that just by stepping on a couple blades of grass, we would get to 3rd level.
We killed a couple ants.
Exact words.
I rolled around at night all
You
over the
are level
ground,
2.
killing a lot of bugs. That
Fucking
must be worth
right.
a little bit more.
So you leveled up right before the boss fight, which I think was pretty wicked. If I say so myself, you guys crushed it, and the dog got the bone.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we write home with.
No,
Did
we're
the
level
dog's
4
name
now.
start with a B?
It actually did.
Bog
That's the
got
best
the
part.
bone.
But that's Brotar's fault.
Oh, is it?
I mean, he is the dog, and
I
his
guess
name
that's
starts
true.
with B.
That's fair.
So yeah, so you guys, Willow and Jedgar were extremely exhausted from the just fuckery of multiple nights and days, just over and over in quick succession. It just kind of throws literally everything off for the two of you. Eventually, Eclipse, Brotar, and Raoul succumbed to the exhaustion as well. It's just again, like most things here, it's unnatural. And you guys went to sleep, and Eclipse is up keeping Sentinel's watch all night.
Yep. Not awake, still resting, but yes.
So it's still going through these cycles. Again, I think I said there were like 20 minutes, 30 minutes a cycle of night, day, night, day, night, day. And you guys, again, lay down for rest. Where is Eclipse in regards to the camp? I'm going to use the loose image here as camp, roughly around a fire, a couple tents. I don't know who all uses tents.
I don't think any of us put up tents.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think we all just kind of.
Willow passed out.
Yeah, she's asleep
Jedgar.
on Jedgar. I have it right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably would have posted up like kind of at a perimeter with a back to a tree or something along those lines.
Okay.
To give a full view of the campsite, so to speak.
Okay, so your back is facing the tree and you're looking at everyone sleeping. Brotar's propped up on a log like he is there because he's a smart boy and, reclined in his sleep. I imagine Raoul sleeps in a pose
Yeah, it's the downward facing dog yoga pose.
Yeah. So it's a
I
great.
will say Eclipse is probably, I think I said at end of last session, probably seated against the tree, but
Okay, that's fine. So Eclipse, because you are fully self-aware during your Sentinel's watch.
Mhm.
Um, again, cycles. They keep going. They keep going. They keep going. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. Now it's roughly middle of the night, and sun cycle goes away, and the night cycle comes back, and then like time passes, and the suns haven't come up yet, and another cycle roughly goes by, another 30 minutes, and it's still darkness, and you still, nothing really changes in regards to the darkness. I did mention that there were like little fuzzy black balls that were like rolling around and hopping around and making noises here and there, playing in the night. And you actually notice, mostly because it comes up and bumps up against you a couple times, a little again fuzzy sphere, and it kind of vibrates against you, and it's squeaking at you, like making some noises, and just kind of not leaving you alone.
do I know what this is?
You have no idea. Like, this is actually foreign to you. It is
Okay.
a little black, probably the size of a tennis ball. You've seen others that are probably the size of a softball. You haven't seen many larger than that. Very fuzzy looking. Um, and again, they like, you see them like bounce, like some appear to be almost like a rubber ball, the way they can bounce around.
Mhm.
Others roll, and they just like, they've been playing in the night around the camp. Not really, I mean, you, if you put on your Dragon Ball Z scanner, they'd probably come up as like a 0.5.
No, if it's bothering me, I will just very slowly lift up a
Swoosh.
hand and go, "Hello, friend."
And it squeaks at you. It's
And
and
I kind
it,
of
it
hold out a hand to it just to see what happens.
and it hops up on your hand,
Yep.
and it's vibrating, and you're like, just, and it is like, trying to think of even like really soft dog fur, like a Pomeranian, like well groomed, just really soft fur. You do, I mean, you mostly feel fur, but there's a little bit of weight to it as well, a little unexpectedly heavier than you'd think. And it's vibrating and making these chirpy noises, and like not jumping out of your hand, but like going to the edge of your fingers, and then like kind of like, it's still almost, it's just, it doesn't want to hop out, but it's almost trying to pull your hand, in a way, but it's got nothing to actually pull your hand with.
I mean, if it's just kind of rolling around the hand, like kind of rolling forward and stopping, then kind of rolling back, and then rolling forward and stopping, which direction is it rolling?
So again, you're facing camp. It is actually like straight ahead. Like, you'd have to what and again, if you let it do this a couple times, eventually, if you don't really get up or move, it'll actually hop out of your hand and kind of bounce straight ahead of you, and then kind of turn back, come back to your foot and vibrate against it again, and then like kind of move forward, like it wants you to follow it.
Mm, um, I will get up and follow it, but not too far. Maybe if it's taking me outside of this little clearing that we found, I still want to be able to see the clearing.
Yeah, so it's taking you, again, it's so you guys found the clearing because there was an okay, like 2 foot wide pathway that led to the clearing. It opened up, and then actually on the far side, you do notice like it's like a foot wide, and then underbrush on either side, where it's kind of rolling down a path, roughly straight, so you can still see, but you don't have night vision, right? Like,
No, I
yeah.
don't.
So I don't know if the fire burned out by now or not. It's probably still actually going, so you could still see the campfire, but it's going to keep going for a little bit.
It's also
Um,
gleaming and shining off of Raoul's oily body, and just the entirety of this forest is
And
It's
now lit
lit
up.
up.
It
I mean-
is like you took an LED light and then shone it through a diamond, and then it just shot everywhere.
The multicolored kind of fireflies that I described earlier, they're still going off. Again, glowing neon insects and bugs just floating about and crawling around like they were before as well.
I need to. So before I decide what Eclipse is gonna do, how long has everyone been resting?
2 hours.
Okay.
A short rest. Right?
Yeah.
Well, we already took a short rest,
Yeah.
and it didn't do anything for the exhaustion for the other two. Eclipse is just gonna follow it.
Yeah, it'll
marking,
keep
kind of marking a tree as she
Oh,
goes.
what she do?
Well, I'm just marking a tree, like kind of either breaking a piece of bark off or breaking a limb as I go to follow back to camp.
Okay, when you do that, the tree almost like shudders when you do it, but nothing more happens. It's just something you do notice. Anytime you slow up or do anything, you will hear the little squeak of it, like "Mee, mee, mee, mee," and kind of stop and bounce around and wait for you to kind of get within proximity again before it moves forward. You're probably 100, 200 feet out from camp now, not crazy far, but kind of it's been a few minutes. And you do it's kind of cool though, because the underbrush is very thick, so it's easy to lose yourself, but you're marking your trail. Give me a perception check.
I'll roll. 13.
Okay. So when you're marking probably the third or fourth tree, you do notice as you're kind of struggling to break the branch, because I guess the tree's kind of fighting back a little bit. Like it's almost like when you're grabbing it, it's moving away a little bit, not physically moving, but like almost like it's leaning away from you. And you do notice on a tree past it, probably 2 or 3 more trees past it, these dark purple glowing sigils carved into one of the trees. Again, they look kind of alien in nature. It is like a very curvy triangle with 3 lines through it. Not straight, none of the lines are dead straight, but it's the rough shapes that you can make out. That's the best you can do in regards to it's almost gibberish.
You mean like curvy sexy?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
How
good.
thick is this triangle?
Oh man, the thickest.
3 C's.
So I am actually proficient in Arcana. Is there a roll I can do to see anything about this, or is it still just that foreign?
It's still that foreign. I mean, like you can roll. Yeah, give me an Arcana roll.
12.
Yeah, I mean, you would say this is not natural to the tree. But
Lex would say that.
yeah, Eclipse knows that. Like, but I just can't place it anywhere. But that probably shouldn't be there because it's not on every tree. But not much further, you do see the path continues straight, but also cuts right, and after like 10 feet, opens up into a grove with orchard trees running in very uniform lines. These are probably 10-foot tall trees with very, very skinny branches holding golf ball sized fruit, bright orange and bright pink fruit that like hang real like a few inches above the ground, and in other places a foot or so above the ground. And you see the little furry ball, and you do see the entire floor of this orchard around these trees or where these fruits, the lower branches are almost all barren, because you do see a bunch of these little black furry balls munching down on these fruits on the ground. And then you see the one that you've been following go to one of these trees, still fruit on the lowest branch, and is like hopping up and can't get it. And you see another little black furry ball come in and like check them, bump them out of the way, jump up, and when it bops the fruit, it's just enough force to like bump it up, and the weight of the fruit snaps it off of the branch, and it falls, and then it starts eating it. The one that you've been following goes to try to eat it, and then you do hear like a little growl from the other one, and it runs away to another low-hanging fruit. And more of the same. It just can't really jump high enough to bump them.
So it's really curvy, really thick.
Yeah.
No, this isn't the triangle.
Oh,
Keep it in your
damn.
pants.
And
Sorry.
yeah, after a couple of failed attempts, it comes. The little thing comes back to you and makes almost like a whimpering noise.
Sure. Eclipse would probably hold out the hand again. Does it hop in?
Oh yeah.
I just hold it up to a branch that none of them can reach.
And it'll, I guess, like bump into it a little bit, but it doesn't really do much. And start to like eat it while it's still hanging on the branch. Yeah, and it'll eat the fruit unless you want to like remove the fruit or anything. It'll eat it hanging from the tree there.
Nope. I'm keeping my eyes open because you said these are kind of in very straight lines.
Yeah,
Like in rows.
It's. I mean, it literally looks like an apple orchard would look, except these are just weird trees that are like almost like weeping willows, but very tiny, sparse branches, and the few branches have these golf ball size, like weighing down them, fruits on the end of them.
I will take one of the fruits, and then I will turn to leave to follow the path back.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, it's Wait, did you? Is
I
it
do not
eating
eat
the fruit?
it.
Is it eating the fruit that you took, or is it? Did you leave it? Are you still carrying the?
I assume it got its piece of fruit. I am
Okay.
taking one to bring back to the group.
Another piece of
Yes.
fruit.
Yeah. So it noms down. You begin your walk back without the little furry ball,
Mhm.
and after a minute or so, you do hear some noises behind you, squeaking, a familiar sound,
Mhm.
and it rolls up against your heel. Like it's oddly quick, but I don't know that you're running or anything.
Nope.
Yeah, and again, the forest around you is just it's active, but nothing special. Same kind of insects floating about, and yeah, it comes and bumps up against your heel and starts vibrating and making like almost chirpy noises now, and is like the equivalent of a cat purring. Like it's vibrating and making what you would take as happy noises. And roughly 3/4 the way back, you noticed a downed tree that you went. It was large enough downed that you could just walk without having to duck or anything underneath it.
Mhm.
And when you get to it, it starts making the little thing starts making a ton of noise, like lots and lots of noises, and goes off from the path actually. At that point, and you could keep going straight, head back to the camp, but it goes, if you're headed, it goes off to the left, and the camp is straight ahead, probably a couple 100 feet. You're like 3/4 the way back, so you're still kind of close to camp at this point.
I assume this creature knows its environment well enough.
It
So
lives here.
I am actually going to cut into the off the main path and into the underbrush and
Okay.
go around, but still head towards the direction of the camp.
Okay,
Quiet, quietly.
yeah, okay. Give me a stealth roll, please.
God damn, I rolled a 9.
So you,
I'm
I mean,
good at this.
you are stealthing through, but you're like, crunch. Oh shit, I didn't see that twig. Crunch, didn't see that twig either. Damn it. And you think there's a rock that you step on, and it's just like a really large cracking, like in this world, what would be like a pine cone. um, but the little furry ball, you can still hear it just like out of view. And it comes rolling up to you again, bumping you, and then going off, just a little off to the left, not too far, and making noises. It's still, I mean, it still wants you to follow it a little bit.
I mean, I'll follow it, assuming it's heading in the general direction of the camp.
Yeah, camp is straight ahead. It's veering off to the left a little bit. So, I mean, you're not.
As long as I'm making progress and getting closer, I will follow it.
Yeah, you're not going like the opposite direction, but you're not going straight. It's not the straightest path back for sure.
Okay. I'll follow it. It's fine.
And yeah, while you're going through the underbrush, you actually do hear it's almost like deja vu from earlier in the adventure. You hear giggling behind you in right outside your periffs. And the second you hear giggling, though, you do hear a very, very, very intense hissing coming from what you believe is the little furball. It's hissing real loud, and the giggling stops. And then you keep going, though. So it's been a couple minutes, and you're still, if you're still following it, again, it keeps giving you little alerts here and there to like, hey, I'm over here, but it's still roughly the same path. And after a couple more minutes, you do hear the giggling kind of pop back up again, and more of that hissing. Like it's like it like starts. I mean, you may catch a glimpse of it. It's like jumping in the air and going crazy, like hissing. And then after a moment, the giggling stops. So there's something, something there, but you do see another clearing, a very small clearing, probably 10-foot round. And you see the little fuzzball clear as day because moonlight's shining straight down in the clearing. And there's a stump in the dead center, and it's like right near the stump.
I'll walk up and I will whisper to it, I need to get back to the group. Can you take me there next?
And it starts to like hop up towards the edge of the stump, and you see a little green bag sitting on top of the stump.
I look around. Is there anything else around or in this clearing?
Nothing.
I take it.
Cool. It is a bright forest green velvet bag with drawstrings.
Okay. Is it weighty?
Yeah, actually.
I open it.
There's nothing there. You open it and it is empty. As you're looking into it, and then you just feel something smack you on the face. And
something harder or something like organic?
Harder.
Okay.
Something metal smack you in the face, and almost like Alien, just like a face crawler, like jumped at your face and latched on.
I immediately rip it off and attempt to throw it.
You rip it off, and you're holding a pair of goggles in your hands.
Huh. Okay. Okay. That is goggles. All right. Yeah, I will hold on to them, thank the little furry thing, and say, we need to go to camp now.
It's still hopping up and down, like up against the stump, and yeah, like it's at, it just kind of doesn't want to leave yet.
I mean, there's nothing else on the stump, right?
There is nothing else on the stump, but you do notice where you lifted the bag from, there's a glimmering reflection coming off the moonlight, like the stump is kind of caved inward, and it looks like there's still like something shiny where the bag was sitting.
Shiny.
Yeah.
I will first poke it with my quarterstaff, and if nothing happens, I will pick it up.
You hear wood on metal.
I will go ahead and pick it up with the cloth bag. I don't want to touch it right away.
Okay. Yeah, it's heavy. You start lifting and it's almost like a blade that you're picking up. And then if you keep lifting up, the stump is only like, sorry, I forgot to tell you, the stump's like 3 feet out of the ground.
Okay.
You've already lifted 3 feet out.
Okay.
And the blade has not ended. And you keep lifting, and now you see a pole. And you keep pulling, and it looks like this stump was probably hollowed out as this was placed down in it. And you keep pulling out, and there's roughly a 7-foot long bladed pole that was sitting inside of the stump itself. And at the bottom of that pole is another bag, similar to the one you grabbed.
Someone is stashing something around. I grab the bag and kind of loop it to my belt and immediately go to leave.
Yeah, the little black fuzzball and scurries off into the underbrush towards the camp.
Yep. As I get back to camp, I'll open the bag.
Okay. There's nothing in there. And nothing happens.
Okay. I will just keep is it another a second green like velvety bag?
This bag is actually brown velvet.
Okay.
While this is happening, you're on the way back to camp.
Yes.
Timeout on Eclipse, and while all this is happening, Willow.
Yes.
Willow had drifted off into an exhausted slumber. For a
Yeah.
while, there's nothing, just blackness. Like you normally meditate and you're aware of your surroundings. Fuck no. Like you're dead to the world, right? What?
Kyle.
Oh.
What?
Then all of a sudden, there's flashes all around you, explosions of color, like fireworks everywhere. But then you start to realize, no, that's not fireworks, that's not color, that's flavor and spices. And you're running back and forth furiously down a line of counters, yelling orders and grabbing pans to flip food, stir pots. You're cooking the most excellent meal you've ever dreamed up. There's a nagging feeling in the back of your mind that if this meal is not the best anyone has ever tasted, your whole career as a chef is over. Sweat's running down your brow. You're soaking and exhausted. You go double time, faster, more seasoning here, yelling left, yelling right. All shapes and sizes of sous chefs along this line. The meal is prepared and being taken out to the one true king of the lands. You see him take a spoonful.
Kyle, perfect timing. Perfect timing.
A spoonful. And take a bite, and he begins to chew, and he's still chewing, and to you it just feels like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours have gone by. He begins to open his mouth, to give the gladiator thumbs up or thumbs down, and as he begins to open his mouth, you jar awake. Brotar. Brotar. I know. I can't.
Bueller.
He'll have to get a quick rundown. Brotar dreams that he's running. He's just running, and then realizes he's not just running. He's running on 4 legs, and there's open forest all around him, and he's on a hunt. He can hear signals from the east and west, other howls signaling the prey is nearby. Adrenaline pumping through his system, the smell of fresh meat is upon him, and he bursts through the underbrush into a grove of helpless deer. Surrounding this group from all sides are his pack, and they're eating well tonight. The pack leader begins to move forward, then the rest of the pack begin to pounce, and Brotar lunges to sink his razor-sharp direwolf teeth into his prey. Moments later, there's another howl, and fear runs through his veins. Bursting out from around them are a pack of orcs cutting down these direwolf. Like a trap was sprung. You hear a large, he hears a large branch snap behind him while he's mid-shoe, and he's frozen with fear. An axe is being swung down at him by a large orc. And he awakes as he's leaning up against a log. He's fallen over and hit his head on a root on the ground, and he awakes to the taste of blood in his mouth. Raoul. Raoul is dreaming of being in a bodybuilding contest. He's up on stage with 4 other men and 1 woman, flexing and impressing and inspiring. There are thousands, tens of thousands of onlookers. One moment he's presenting the gun show, and the next he's on the podium holding the trophy, trying to share it with the rest of the participants. But they're saying, no, Raoul, like, it's yours. He believes they all inspired greatness today, and they should all share it. As they all head backstage, he is approached by the female bodybuilder. You would say she would easily rival your muscles, but we all know that's impossible. She tells Raoul how she wants to travel the world and inspire all with her muscles. She wants to show people they are better than they think they are one day. And one day they could be an inspiration to others. She confesses her love for Raoul and wants to share this passion with him and the world from now on until forever. He's still sleeping soundly.
But there
Remember,
is one more
downward
tent that is
facing dog.
pitched.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's a lot of weight relieved from it at this point. Jedgar is dreaming of being in a forest like the one he is now, and he cannot shake this feeling. His fur, is it fur that horses have, or hair?
Hair.
It's wool.
Actually, it's scales.
His horse scales are standing on end, and it's like static is all around you, and you feel eyes on the back of your neck, and you turn and you don't see anything, but you still feel these eyes just blazing through you. There's rustling in the bushes around you, but nothing presents itself. And then you feel a small cold hand on your shoulder, and you actually are shaken awake to this tiny voice that says, "Hey, hail and well met, adventurer, or should I say initiate? I mean you no harm. I could not inflict much harm on you anyway, or your compatriots, even if they are asleep. Look at me. I'm in dire need of help, and I think we can help each other." And you see a probably no older than 13-year-old skinny peasant boy kneeling down, talking to you, Jedgar.
So now Jedgar, when he woke up, what is his grogginess? Like, what's his state?
So
he slept real good. So he is clear.
And have we been asleep for like 8 hours now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep. But this is kind of, I'm trying to make the timeline rough, but this is legitimately like the dreaming doesn't matter. But while Eclipse stepped out for the 20 minutes, I would say. I would put it right. Like,
I would say I wouldn't have stayed away for that long. I was keeping watch.
Yeah. That this intruder found their way to the camp and awoke Jedgar. Everyone else is still asleep. At this time.
Hello.
Willow is still asleep on your tum-tum.
Yeah, she's fucking passed out.
So Jedgar will like
Like
prop
flipping-
his human torso up on like one arm, but his horse body won't move.
Well, hey there, sexy.
My name is Tarith, it's my pleasure to meet you, or your acquaintance. And he holds out his little child hand.
Jedgar does not shake it. Hello, Terrence? Is that your name? Terrence? Terry? Can I call you Terry? Terry sounds nice.
Yeah, sure.
We're gonna go with Terry. First question, hi. Second question, what the fuck are you doing here?
Hold on. And he you see him pull what he had was concealed. It was like a jar, and when he twists it, light spills out from inside of it and shows on the ground, like not a foot from you, this very thorny vine that recoils in the light, like it was moving towards you. I know what it looks like, but you got to be careful of the shadows. And
Glade is gonna wake up because Jedgar is going to spring to his hooves.
and yeah, it'll the boy will
Smack.
actually shine the light like across the ground, and you'll see like there were like a tangle of vines working their way inward towards you guys, and they like visually and almost audibly recoil and hiss at like the light being shown on them.
Okay, Terry. So I know people say actions speak louder than words most of the time, but maybe some words to help explain what the fuck is going on, because this is terrifying. I don't like living thorn vines. Is that what those are?
Yeah, it's the forest. I overheard your conversation with Gary last night, and I
That
started
was
looking-
private.
and no, it was at the market center, and I went looking for you guys this morning, but you already left. The forest is a scary place, and not many people would wander it alone. But I don't have any choice. And he begins to cry. My sister Adina and I were looking for soulberries on the edge of town, and we went too far. And
Terry. First, there
He's
was no
sobbing.
crying in Saragossa baseball. Second, soulberries, those sound quite ominous for just a snack. Like,
like TSULE soulberries.
oh, okay. So now we're getting closer to same page. We're working our ways there together, one by one, word by word. Let's write this story together, Terry. So you're out here alone.
The forest plays tricks on your mind, and we got separated, and she was on the other side of a tree, and then she was gone, and it was 2 days ago, before you guys came, and we're orphans and no one cares.
This is a lot to unpack, Terry. I just I wasn't really equipped, to handle this,
But you're a hero.
That's debatable. I'm a centaur, not a hero. I don't know what this hero is you speak of. I'm a centaur.
He begins to just like full blown just cry into his hands.
Oh, okay.
Am I still asleep?
Willow,
you
this
guys-
sounds like yours. You should handle this.
This is kind of when Jedgar gets up and makes a disturbance, and the child begins to weep. I think that's when everyone kind of simultaneously snapped out of their slumber, and as Eclipse comes through the underbrush,
Oh, if I hear crying and weird voices, I'm sprinting through the underbrush.
you were like there, like I mean,
Sure.
you would sprint like 5 feet, and then you're through.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, just so you know, it is bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not.
Do I still have the fuzzy ball with me?
It's actually following you. Yeah.
Okay, good. I don't know what this is, and I pick up the fuzzy ball off the ground and be like, but it gave me goggles.
What
Who
the hell
is
is
that?
happening?
I'm
Raoul,
going back to sleep.
But Rahul
This
says
is
a ghost
this
boy.
is still dream. This is second dream. I already had first dream.
Oh.
This is quite fantastical. This young boy here. This a boy, right?
Yes.
This
he's a
young boy. How did he get to us? Was he from the village?
Yes, I came from the village. I was
Have-
gonna go into the forest alone and find my sister, but you guys showed up and they said you were gonna be heroes. So I wanted I wanted to find.
Wait.
Can I
Calm down. Now
Can I
you
roll
said
an
you
insight
saw us.
check?
What do you want, Eric?
I want to roll an insight check on the little boy.
Oh, absolutely. I want to roll an inside
Oh
check
my
too.
god.
Roll that shit. Let me hear it.
I'm also holding the fuzzy ball close to the little boy just to see if it reacts to him.
That's an 18.
Ooh.
I think mine's an 11.
He is very upset, and he is telling you or Jedgar about his sister that went missing in the forest, and he really wants your guys' help. There's no sense of like he's not trying to deceive Jedgar. That's who he's addressing, and then eventually the party. So yeah, I mean, unless you're looking for something specific, I think that's kind of
No,
Okay,
that
so-
answers the question.
I sense no deception.
no. You don't sense any deception.
All right, he said his name was Terry.
Jedgar said his name was Terry.
Okay. Hey, Terry. So you saw us in the village, yes?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Did anybody? I did not see you, Terry. I know you are quite small, quite easily overlooked with those tiny muscles. But did anybody else see Terry?
Did I see Terry?
Willow did not. Eclipse. When you were guarding the Deep Bear Tavern, there were 3 kids standing in front of you. You handed one of them the pot of beans.
Well, yeah.
Former beans.
Former pot of beans. Current
Sure.
pot of
Of
nothing on the
old
ground.
beans.
Sure, now it's a pot of nothing on the ground.
Wait, was it an everlasting jar of beans? Because if it was,
We're
100%
going back.
not an everlasting jar of beans, but an everlasting pot of beans.
Pause the
and-
adventure. We're going back.
and
Turn
one-
us around.
Fuck Eric when I dropped it, being like, "Hey Eric, that smells like beans over there." Yeah, I'm gonna keep walking.
I
Okay.
was already in the tavern.
Cool. Just don't take my pot of beans I was gonna give you.
I have time magic. I reverse all time to that moment. Everything.
All
up
right,
to this
let's
point.
reset.
Yep.
Once he gets that spell where he could just be like, "Yeah, I'll be back, guys."
That's not. I don't think I ever get a spell like that. It's more
So-
along the lines of like, "Hey, you want a skill check? You either pass or fail by 1."
So is Raul asking if anybody saw the kid?
Yes.
Eclipse did see. He was one of the 3 kids that were. He was too scared to touch Eclipse, but the 3rd kid did poke Eclipse with the stick.
I saw him with 2 others.
Okay, good. Now, Terry, this is a very magical and suspicious forest.
That's what I
just-
said.
I understand that you said that. Do not interrupt me. We have to- Raoul doesn't particularly like children. Just
I
so
could
you guys
gather.
know.
Weird.
No, we just had to make sure you're not some kind of fiend. So, what the fuck do you want?
My sister, we were out looking for soul berries, not soul
Yes,
berries.
no. I got your life story, Terry. Now, what do you want us to do about it?
Help me find
Because
her.
we are quite a ways from the village. I cannot quite carry you back.
Yeah, I know you. There's no way back. You
And
get
if you
only-
just if we just keep going on forward, your crying is going to attract attention. Wait. I'm sorry. I think Brotar is holding on to the bag of holding. Can we keep him in there? Safekeeping?
The child.
Not again.
Yes.
They don't. That's what they do to orphans in town. It leads you. You gotta go straight. You gotta go forward and keep going forward, and it'll take us there. as well as where you need the amulet, right? You get she'll be
How do you know about that?
everyone knows about the amulet, silly.
Socks are for your feet, silly.
I can't fight the monsters off. I was going to.
How did you make it here too? We had to fight. Why did you not?
Because I was behind you, and there was just all these bodies, and it was lucky, I guess. I was.
You know what I'm taking away from this conversation? I hate Gary even more than I did before. Because a small child came and told us of this magical amulet wanted by the Versailles. And yet Gary sits in his house and is paid by the Versailles to tell us only that. No help, no nothing, just magical amulets in forest.
I mean,
Eclipse is just nodding.
everyone, I'm not allowed to. Well, I guess I don't have parents, so it doesn't matter. But he's kind of an asshole.
Gary is quite asshole.
This is it is my neck of the woods. I mean, I don't go far in there, but I've been in and out a couple times.
So what do you want us to do? Or is it just walk forward and make sure you do not cry?
Oh, that would be great. I won't let you down. Look. I mean, there's dirt all over his face, but it's not really wet anymore.
Here, have some oil.
And he goes underneath Jedgar and grabs the far leg away from
Yes,
Raoul.
his fifth leg.
Yeah. and feels safe there and
holding the
As
fifth
you
leg.
do.
kind of stares daggers at no, I don't know.
What is this? And I hold up the fuzzy ball.
Oh, but they're what I call them pum pums, but I don't know that they have a name.
I will not call them that. What does it do?
It vibrates sometimes.
You could call
What
it
does it do?
vibrator.
What does it do that I don't already know besides yell at the laughing?
Heck if I know. They're nice. They're friendly, and they if you lay down, they'll crawl on you and they tickle.
Do we still have the bag of holding?
No,
I think Brotar is holding on to.
Oh,
If only he wasn't still asleep.
Jedgar, this is for you. And I just hand him the 7-foot bladed pole.
What's the fuck? What
I-
is happening?
I found it in a tree stump.
I cannot handle this forest any longer, okay? First, I'm walking it and I'm tired. Then I wake up and there's fear children and vines. And he's under me now. And then you're handing me weapons?
one
I-
weapon.
Found it.
I want it. Give it. Yes. Thank you. But
Here.
also, what is happening in this place?
Do
I
not worry,
also
Jedgar.
found this bag that feels like it has something in it, but nothing is in it. And I hold out the brown bag.
Brotar does. He falls over, knocks his head, and groggily wakes up at this point as well, and starts like cursing in his sleep. Spits, gets up and walks to you guys, and is just kind of like wiping his eyes, just like, what the fuck? I don't even care.
Go back to
Brotar,
sleep,
what's in
Brotar.
this
We will
bag?
handle this.
No, give him the bag.
I
He's the
Okay,
bag
wait
boy.
until he is more awake, and I
Well-
just put it back on my belt.
I love that, Lex. That is perfect.
Okay. Yeah. So, what's up, guys?
Hey, so wait, did you give me a +3 glaive?
I was gonna say it's a +4
Oh.
actually.
It's like a normal glaive.
With
I am
+1?
assuming goggles of night.
Goggles, Googles of night. If you didn't try to throw them, you would have seen 60 feet.
They
in
leapt onto
darkness.
my face.
Oh, I know they did.
You
You're right.
described it. You described it like an alien.
An
alien.
organic
Face sucker.
alien.
So I was just.
face-sticking object.
So yeah, I was gonna throw that.
I thought that was a very nice touch.
It is memorable.
But
Willow, there was a marking on a tree that I saw on the path.
Well, animals do that.
I
Animals like to
take
mark their
a-
territory.
I take my quarterstaff and I draw the symbol into the dirt. Do you know what it is? I do not.
you don't even need to make a check, Willow. You almost get like it's like deja vu mixed with a migraine for a moment, and you know this is Fae. Like you've seen this before, and just for
in my studies.
like for no, like just something, just like some past something. It's Fae. Like that's what you know.
She has studied the Fey realm a good bit.
Does
So
Willow
It was
speak-
not in a book.
Does Willow speak that language?
Sylvan, yes. Yes, she speaks Sylvan. As one of her 4 languages. This is Fey in nature. I've seen this before.
You've seen okay, then you've seen markings like it in literature, and it's some dialect of Fey that is not, like there's like proper English and then there's like slang. So this you'd think from what you've seen and know, it's kind of like slang for keep out or stay away or fuck off.
Fuck off.
And yeah, it's
Well, all in the same. It says keep out. Well, fuck off. Not sure. It's slang, so I'm not quite familiar with that dialect. But basically, it said to fuck off. Where'd you see this?
I followed this fuzzy ball that way in the middle of the night for 10 minutes, and it was on a tree.
Could you show me?
Yes, I made a path to follow back for myself. We can follow that. And I will lead Willow, following the branches I broke and the small marks I made on trees to about where it was.
okay. Yeah, Willow, the tree's still there. And do you go to like the tree you marked or just near it?
I mean, when I can see where the symbol was on the tree, I just point it out.
Okay.
I mean, wherever I need to be to do that.
Okay, so you're kind of near the tree you marked because you remember you marked a tree and then it was over there.
Mhm.
Throw me a dexterity saving throw.
Both of us?
No.
Him?
17.
Okay. A branch like thwaps down at you but misses from the tree that you broke off a piece of bark from.
That was odd.
It like fell out of the tree or just whipped and then goes back.
Whipped and came back.
I think we should leave these trees alone. Probably.
Can I do like an investigation check, or how is there anything I could do to discern like what just happened?
Nature check. I mean, you could roll whatever you want to roll, but the most
do-
relevant, I would say, is nature.
I can do a nature check.
And while that's happening, just not to cut you off, Tarith is still with Brotar, Raoul, and Jedgar at camp, unless you guys followed them.
I'm sticking with camp.
Okay. Tarith goes, oh, hey, let me show you this, and he runs off into the underbrush, like
Yeah.
runs off.
I do not fucking think so.
They try to catch him.
No, I do not.
Fuck. I'll go get him. I feel like he's going to die, and I feel bad about death.
Jedgar, I know we saw him in the village, but he could very well be a doppelganger or some kind of fey magic. I have no idea. But at the same time, he is small children. He needs to learn on his own. That is what small children do. They learn on their own. And if they are strong, they become strong. That's how it happens.
Yeah, but this one's not very strong. He's cried like 7 times. He reminds me of a younger brother. You know, Zacharias the centaur. Just the finest of all the centaurs.
He does not seem like the smartest little one either. All right, maybe for the sake of
My conscience.
he very well may attract trouble to the camp if you
He
let
d-
him go off too
He,
far.
he didn't necessarily want you to follow him. He was just like, let me show you this. I'm going to go get something. But again, do you.
Jedgar will head in the direction
Okay.
of where the child went.
Okay. And then Eric.
18.
Cool. That tree is pissed off and wants to hit Eclipse.
Yeah, but trees don't do that.
Sure. This
That
tree
tree
does.
is pissed off at you. Why?
I made that mark in its bark to mark my path.
You do see sap flowing out of that mark.
I needed to be able to find my way back.
I completely understand. I'm not faulting you. I'm just curious. Hello, tree. I just want to take a look at you.
It's a different tree that's got the marking.
Oh.
Wait, it's a different. No, the one I marked, right?
Yeah, the one you marked is not the one with the marking, the Fey marking on it. You just know the Fey is near the tree,
Right.
that tree you marked. So you went back to it. To then
Okay.
be like, it's over there, right
But
there.
the one I marked is the one that tried to hit me.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Bro tar. Bro tar. Bro tar. Bro tar.
Introducing in the red corner, Brotar.
Hola.
Welcome.
You missed a little bit of fun, but it's okay. We'll get you up to speed unless you were listening
I
remote.
am the fun.
He
Exactly.
is the fun.
Why don't we use this time to take the break and you guys can fill in?
Yeah, break time. Break time. We'll be
Awesome.
back
Catch
in
you guys in a bit.
10 minutes. Is it 10?
We
It's
can do
13, but yes.
Okay, 13 minutes. So at 8:54.
All right. Catch y'all.
Cool.
Catch y'all on the flippity flop.
Oh, great. And that's how we ring in the new year.
Just terrified the single listener that we have.
Yeah.
Hi, Christina.
Hey.
Yeah, so again, you got the child here, and
Do the trees attack us anymore, or can we leave after Willow is done?
the tree has not swung at you again since you've been there. It was just when you approached it this first time, aka the second time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
Yeah, whenever Willow's done, we'll head back towards the camp to meet back up with everybody.
are you doing anything special, Willow? Or
I was going to look at the sap from the tree. Is it like standard sap? Or is
yeah, it's sappy sap.
It's magical sap.
It...
It's abracasapra. Yes, finally. Finally.
Jeff finally kicked him out of the call.
No, he kicked himself.
I
Yep.
know.
Yep.
That's how you know it's the good stuff.
That's when it's real.
Yep.
Can I kick it? How do I like ban somebody from joining?
You can set it up to where people have to manually allow you to join.
Oh man. But
I
Zed-
set it so he. Oh, I tried to set it so he has to ask to start video.
Yeah, Zach, you suck. That was so bad.
I know.
I had to leave.
It
Whatever.
was unfortunate. We all leveled up while you were gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're actually 3
Wait,
levels
Jeff,
behind.
did you do that?
I can put him in the waiting room. Eric has his own timeout.
So Jedgar, you come like bundling through the underbrush after this small child that was darting along the forest floor, and you see him picking berries from a bush. And
Are these the soul berries you were talking about?
no, these are different. I don't know what they're called, but look, and he'll like hold like a handful up to you, and they stink. Like they stank. They real stank.
Does your
You eat it
nose
up.
not work, child? Because those smell like death.
The tasty, it's a trick. The tastiest ones smell the worst, and the poisonous ones smell the sweetest. And he points over to another bush, and like, fucking great. Like your nostrils are like pulling you towards it. They are the sweetest, and they look like the juiciest, most delicious berries you've ever seen.
And then there's 6 children dead around. me.
Um,
Can
and-
one be his sister so we don't have to find her?
So, Terry, how about you eat one first, and then I want one, because I haven't eaten and it's been a whole like 13 minutes.
Oh, for sure. And he'll pop like 5 in his mouth.
Okay,
The
hook a
ju- the
brother
sweet-
up.
The sweet,
No,
juicy
no.
ones, right?
Hook a brother up.
Oh yeah, he hands up the handful that he's got, and you can help me pick them if you want. And he's got like a little bag that he's like stashing them, and you just have to be quick about it, and don't let the sun hit them, otherwise they go bad.
Okay, well let's get to picking, and Jedgar will start picking, but not putting any in his bag. He will be eating all of the ones he picks.
And by Chanta, the fruit is fucking delicious.
Fuck yeah.
Chanta is the goddess of agriculture, by the way, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
I didn't want to say by God.
Thank you for
I
that
thought-
history lesson.
I thought it was a little more, and this is known. It's well known that the agriculture societies in the world probably worship Chanta.
By Chanta be praised. These are wonderful berries.
Thank you. Yeah, and yeah. This place is weird, but really scary and beautiful. And they you start picking. If you want to pick, I don't know if you want to join. How long? But he's just kind of going, and that's what he was actually going to come bring back to the party. He's picking, and then he actually gets down real low and goes, shh, 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 look over there, and you see an all white quail sized bird with 3 large tails that flare out like a peacock, and they're shimmering silver or gold or rainbow, and they keep like shifting colors, and it's just kind of like walking around in this underbrush.
Terry, this thing's not real. Nothing in this forest is real. You're not real. I'm not real. We're all in dream fever state. Okay, just admire.
When you start talking, it unlike a peacock, it starts to run, jump, and fly away, because these birds can fly.
See, I
we
told
just say
you.
that you
Terry.
described it as quail size of all birds that you could use as a reference.
He loves
it's a
talking
quail
about the
peacock.
cock. A quail cock? Quail cock sized.
Do Willow and I meet back up with Brotar and Raoul at this point? Or are we still doing our thing?
No, you guys come back. Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure Willow was done what she was done. You went and showed her the Fey sigils, and
Yeah, and I don't think she was able to discern any more information.
No, you fuck off, is what it says. When you're walking back, you do notice off to the left, which is the side of the path that you were walking, that the tree that you saw with the sigil on it. Further down, you're almost halfway back to the camp. You do see a tree in the distance, because you noticed the same sigil on another tree kind of far out. Fuck off.
Is that the same side where the orchard was that I didn't tell anyone about?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we're not mentioning that.
Yeah, it was on the right, and then again coming back on your left. But yeah.
When we get back to camp, Brotar, are you grumpy now?
I feel a little bit better.
Well, you really wanted this earlier. Here, and I hand you a brown velvety bag that has some weight to it. There's nothing in it. Sorry, but you wanted it.
Thank you. What's in here?
You open up the brown velvet bag and you look down into it, and it is also empty. Even though it feels like there's something in, like it does feel weighted. And oddly enough, like you feel shit on your feet, like covering your feet and growing up your feet and ending at your shin, like vines and leaves wrapping themselves around your feet, and they form 2 pairs of shoes.
2 pair of shoes?
Oh, sorry, 1 pair of shoes. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, you're not a centaur.
Yeah, you're not a centaur. It's like if your horse half was like 5
think
feet
it-
behind you, there's the other pair.
If you gave me 2 pair of flying shoes, I am so putting them on my hands and feet.
I mean, he gave you 2 pair of shoes. They help with feather fall.
You feel you feel lighter on your feet, but not, they're not levitating or making you fly. You feel much more quieter and deft of step.
Okay. All right.
Would you say he's if he were to try to do something stealthily, it would be very advantageous?
It would be. It would be quite advantageous to try to be very stealthy with them.
Do I feel more elfish?
No, actually, you feel 0 elfish.
Huh.
But the shoes feel very elfish.
Oh, I see. His 2 pairs of shoes are
His
very
2 pairs,
elfish.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, more or less 4 shoes, or
More or fuck off. I call them Jeff trees.
okay. Yeah. Oh, I see. Those are the ones that say "fuck off."
And
For me, ma.
Tareth, after the quail bird flies off. Oh shit, he left.
Get out, Mika.
Before you guys head back, because he's kind of done picking berries, he kind of looks at you, puts a hand on your
Fifth leg.
yeah, your fifth leg again, on your
Haunch.
front right leg, and he's sir, if you just follow the road, any road in the forest, you'll end up at the same place. That's what my dad used to say. You just gotta keep moving forward, always forward. And I know Adina will be there too.
Well, we can head that way on the Great Railroad if you want.
The Great Forest Railroad.
Are we gonna have like a Grammys at the end of this for acting and best supporting cast?
Oh yeah.
I feel like Yedgar is going to just run away with it.
He's gonna sweep it.
We just tee him up every time. I feel like.
It'll be the Bundys, not to be convinced with the Ted Bundys.
Yeah.
No, the Bundys instead of the Dundies, because
Yes.
everything starts with a B in
Yep.
this world.
Yes.
It
we
is.
got that.
Barbaritus apparently now.
Ababaridis.
Barbaritus.
Barragdosa Forest, Barragdosa Forest,
Forest.
Session board.
Beschenborn.
Oh, sorry. We'll take the Bale Road to where we need to
Build
go.
out
I'm sorry.
Bevan.
I thought you guys wanted to play Bungeons and Baggins.
And now back to our regularly scheduled program.
Yep.
You guys
It's this. Everything starts with a B.
Our regularly scheduled program.
program,
Oh my god.
man. We should have done video. This would be great. All the beans,
Yeah. Oh, the beans.
all the beans and the bros. And the
They'd
beans.
see the bean fight we're having.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I know.
Oh.
So you guys all do gather back at the camp. And the sun actually does rise again, and yeah, so the long night has ended. And yeah, the sun comes and begins the cycle again,
In normal cycles or in
and this crack hell of a forest cycle.
like the
So-
exhaustion cycle?
So, well, yes, that cycle, but if you guys want to continue back on the road, the main road that you got off of, and continue, unless you want to do anything else,
I'm
No, I want
ready
to
to
talk to
leave
this
this
child
place.
longer.
you want to talk to him while you walk
No,
or stand. still?
No, I was lying. I do not want to talk to this guy.
The child did bring back with Jedgar a whole bag full of
Beans.
rank ass berries. Like they stank. Like he opens it and you guys like "Ugh," but you see them eating them, and he explains the grossest they smell, the better they taste, the better they smell, the more poisonous they are.
What color berries?
Ooh, good question. These ones are red.
Jedgar looks like he ate about 13 packs of red Freezy Pops right now.
Like, and when you say packs, you mean like the full bag?
I mean
like if they were all red?
I mean a Jeff amount of Freezy Pops in a day, yes.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah,
I could crush
so,
a half a
like-
box. easy.
yeah, no, those things are addicting.
So like, Terry, is it your like bedtime soon? Do you need to go home?
I
I've
don't
got to
think
go
I
take
can-
a shower. I've got stuff. I got dinner in the oven.
I can't go back.
You, yeah, but you
Can't
but you
or
came
won't.
here.
The forest doesn't let you go back. It is known.
Well, then
It is
why
known.
did you come
It
out
is
here in the
known.
first place?
Because I was gonna ask you in town. Jedgar, tell him. I was gonna ask you in town if I could tag along, but you left, so I followed you, and I knew. Well, I thought I would die, and you just. I mean, it's my sister. No, we're orphans, and no one in town will come and help find her. So I thought a group of heroes could help.
This kid makes me want to like do the right thing, but at the same time, like I mean, he got himself into this trouble. Like
I can
Raoul
help. Look,
says.
I found berries. I know some things.
Okay,
Are you
Terry.
telling me the great centaurs of the plains is turning down someone helpless?
Listen, this isn't a helpless child. This is an illusion of the forest. I have come to this conclusion.
He looks fucking helpless. He's like in a fucking sack.
Okay, Terry, you stick with Jedgar, but you
Wait,
have
get
to
it-
keep up,
Get
okay?
him out of the bag of holding. Get him out of the bag of
No,
holding.
this is where he wants to be.
I don't please not the bag.
Okay, Terry, are you ready to walk with us?
Yeah. Oh,
Would
yeah.
you like to ride on the centaur?
Oh my god, can I really?
You and everyone fucking else, fuck off! And Jedgar starts trotting away.
He like follows underfoot,
Yeah.
scurrying. But like maybe later, right?
You need to stay quiet, though.
Yeah. And you guys do continue back on the trail that you were on before you made camp, and it's more of the same. I mean, it really is like cycles pass, so you guys have walking for an hour and a half, and the same cycles, but you don't feel that same exhaustion. It's like your bodies have gotten used to it. And you notice that, like everyone does kind of notice, like, damn, like last time this happened, I was fucking dead. But like something's different. And again, same kind of cycles, nothing really changes. Yeah, it's just kind of crazy. I mean, you get to soak in the beautiful nature around you, the winding path. And you do see during night cycles that jar that Tereth had. He will open it and like dump it out, and you do see like a bunch of insects fly off
Dump it out.
and dump it out. And then at night he will like catch them and show you guys that like when he moves this thing around it, he can like make a focused beam of light from these glowing bugs, or like open it up to shine outward. And he does show the rest of the party as you guys walk at nighttime during the night cycles. If someone's a little too close to the edge of the road, he'll like shine the focus beam over, and it shows these thorny vines that were like crawling towards the road. And they recoil and almost hiss as the light comes near them.
What are those, Terry?
What's your walking order? Sorry, first.
Jedgar's up front.
Okay.
Are we doing kind of like a
It's a
pentagon kind of shape?
it's
Where
a
it's like 2, 2, 1.
Okay.
Do we want to?
Brotar would always be off to the side just a little bit.
Okay.
We could do like a stagger. How wide is the path?
5 feet.
The 5-foot path.
Okay.
So like you could, in
So
theory,
it's single file. It's a single file path.
it's rough because like D&D, yes, but in real life, like technically 2 people could fit shoulder to shoulder in a 5-foot path.
People don't. In D&D terms, we don't do that though.
Right. So in D&D terms, how wide is the path?
10 feet.
7 feet.
That
Wow.
doesn't help.
Make this impossible.
10
Yes.
feet. 10
Okay.
feet wide.
Eclipse would probably be bringing up the rear.
Alone or with someone.
I would. I'd be in the back with her.
Yeah.
Side by side.
Yep.
Cool. And then Brotar, Raoul in the middle.
Yeah, but like I said, Brotar would do his best to stay a step into the woods off the path.
Okay.
Or we
Well,
could do
once you
kinda like an
notice,
hourglass shape. It doesn't.
I'm
matter.
just pretty much 2-2-2. It like, but you do
yeah, there's
like
6.
you guys kind of are loosely packed at first when you see that he's showing like the forest is almost creeps inward at you guys. Then you, like you said, you stay towards the middle. Yeah. Raoul, you are in the middle of the pack with Brotar on your left hand side, and you guys are in a 2-2-2. I say 2-2-2, but Tereth is more underneath Jedgar, kind of like real tight up against him, like they're buddies, or he thinks they're buddies.
We didn't keep him in the sack.
No.
Eclipse will just kind of call out, "You made a friend, Jedgar."
I make lots of friendly clips. Look at you.
True.
This is what I do. People love the centaurs.
The forest around you begins to get thicker and thicker, and the trees narrow and narrow, so they're almost at the edge, the very edge of the path. And even some are like the path goes through, and you have to go around trees. But it is very visible that like it's still a path. And Eclipse, give me a dexterity saving throw. During a night phase, you feel and hear like a whipping noise above you,
18.
and you sidestep, and another similar tree whips down at you and smacks the path in front, where you were, and you sidestepped it.
It
Is
looks
this
like
going to continue?
it looks like it might. Turns out you did some real traumatic damage to this forest, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
And Brotar,
Mm-hmm.
can you roll a d6 for me? And when you do that, don't tell me it. Raul,
Yeah. Also D6.
high or low?
High. Always high.
Awesome.
Always blue.
What'd you get, Brotar?
5.
Cool.
Called it.
Sweet. Nice. Yeah, you did. Which means
Good. The group chat is working, guys. Keep it up. I'm kidding.
yeah. Kyle, Raul,
Yeah.
can you roll
Yeah.
a d20 for me, please?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
That's a solid 6.
Damn.
We adding anything to that roll?
No, it's a yeah, it's a
It's a
flat
flat roll.
roll.
Okay. That means item table, right?
It doesn't this time, unfortunately. You guys start hearing like a shaking of the trees around you, and the underbrush just loud footfalls, and like muffled noises, and just breaking of limbs and rushing of feet.
Say sorry again. Quick. Say sorry again.
Sorry. Again.
And it's pretty, I mean, it's, you hear it from I would say like 10-15 seconds. I think you guys would more or less fuck me.
More or less, fuck you. Got it.
You know, every session you have asked that.
Yeah.
I know,
Do you want
I
to just
know.
come out and talk to us?
I mean,
Is there something we need to talk to?
completely
Julie about?
okay with it, but let's turn video on for the others to see.
Yeah.
You guys hear it and freeze in your freeze where you are. And the first thing that Raul and Willow see to their right-hand side, bursting from the trees, is a wide-eyed, sweating, covered in blood and mud, goblinoid guy carrying a dagger, just like looking left and right, and then eyes on you, and then a bunch of noise behind you guys. Roll initiative.
Oh.
Oh, this is so good. Oh, that's not good. I rolled this is not good. I rolled my first one of the stream.
So,
Ooh, that's not
Wow.
good for me either. It's not a 1, but it's not good. Don't worry, I have a decent initiative. That's still under 10. God damn it.
Good thing I have a +4 to initiative,
Fuck.
so that's 5.
Okay, give me one moment, guys. I gotta write down initiatives here for you.
Which map are we on, or you haven't pulled it up yet?
It's coming up in just a
Oh,
moment.
okay, no worries.
while we're waiting, I wanted to show you all something that I found forever ago.
Oh no.
This is Jeff from 2008.
Yep, I remember that
Oh,
fucking hair.
Yep, I do
Look
too.
at
Remember that
that
fucking hair.
fucking hair, boys.
Oh my god, look at that.
Again, so
Slab
the
of
viewers understand
sex.
what we are talking about. Just picture Yeggar Corona, no haircut.
yeah. That's absolutely.
You remember
right.
the 2000? Do you guys remember 2007?
When lacrosse was big and every dude had long hair in high school? Yup.
That was Yedgar in his early days.
Oh yeah, Yedgar's
He's
mohawk.
so good at lacrosse.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he uses a spear.
He has a halberd now, or a glaive now.
He has definitely used one of those in the past. It's canon.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely canon.
Yes, we've said that many
Uh,
times on all of our streams.
And I just have to adjust sizes, guys, so don't freak out on me.
We're gonna freak out on you, but
I
only
know.
because you said it.
I know. Top right-hand corner of the map for me, please.
You can move
Yep.
us.
Yep, move us.
Oh, you're there.
No,
Oh,
move
hey,
no,
hey,
we're
do
hold
that
on,
screen
not.
thing.
On
Oh.
session
Thing.
on session 4,
Oh.
why is Jedgar's penis on Willow?
It wasn't me. What color
Okay.
was it?
Kyle.
Kyle.
Flex.
Yeah, it was me. Actually, that's only been there for maybe 10 minutes.
No, I figured. I was like going over the screen. I was like, "What's that hot pink thing on Glade?"
I want to know why we're on a
Or
cobblestone
Willow
road or whatnot. Why are we
Okay,
on dirt?
okay. Give Chaboy a break
No.
here because random encounter. I did not have
God.
the map ready, but I did have.
Hold
hey,
on.
Hey, hold on. In Roll20, I do have what I call generic battle maps ready.
Okay, hold on. We're zooming in for our viewers at home who can see this grid that's lovely lined up with this road.
You're fine.
I
You're
hope
fine.
everyone we know has OCD and is looking at this map right now, losing their
Oh
fucking
God!
mind.
Ow! My being.
Yeah, my
Why don't the
bean.
squares align up at all?
Yeah, my bean.
You
Oh,
will
my
be.
bean.
Are you saying being or bean? I can't tell with you,
At
Eric.
first, I said being, and then
It's bean.
I was saying bean.
My
My
bean.
boing. My boing.
Right?
My
Good boy.
boing, not my boing.
Where's spare parts, bud?
Not the gumdrop boy.
Damn
Where
it.
is he? I've got a Terith token, but I don't know where I put it.
Is
That's
he a
all-
combatant? Can he die?
I got you, Zach.
Oh my god, no, never mind. Time out. No, he hides behind Jedgar the whole time.
No, I
Um,
got you.
I have I have a question about movement.
Yes.
Are we counting this as 5 feet, or that is 5 feet?
Oh,
The
God.
second one. You're fine. You're okay unless you decide to
So
go
each
full
square is-
blown
Each
crazy.
square is
on-
2.5.
We're going loosely here, guys.
All right,
Theater of the mind, if you will.
with tokens.
Yeah, Theater of
Theater
the
of
Mind
the
with
Mind
the
with the battle
cobblestone
map.
wooden road.
Yeah,
Woods
you're
Road.
okay. Just think of
Hey,
this.
Where
With the
are the train
cobblestone
tracks? God.
Oh my lord. Oh god.
Every time we insult him, he's just adding another goblin.
Yeah.
Keep it up, fuckers.
You want a session 4 TPK? I'll give you a session 4 TPK. Oh, and this goblin turns out to be Tiamat. Oh, weird.
Hey, no. I have that stat. line. That is on Tuesdays.
Okay, guys. So, you see the road that? Oh, you asshole! Make it around. I was actually working with, decent sizing here. Okay. Yeah. See, 2 people across. See what I did here? And again, hold Alt when you move, and it won't
Who's
bind
making
to squares.
squares?
I don't know. Someone.
It's the new battle grid.
Oh,
And
I like
so you do see this again, this frenzied, wide-eyed goblinoid. Like he's like taller. He's got goblin features, but he looks a little taller and lankier. Burst out of the woods holding a short sword and is looking around, sees you guys, and like just can you guys give me a perception check real quick?
Can I just use my passive?
21.
I'm not
yes.
actively
21.
looking for things.
Yeah, you can.
Do you want
13.
our initiative numbers yet?
Yes.
Okay, so hold on. Do you want initiative first, or do you want a perception
Give me
check?
perception first, and then I'll take those initiatives.
All right,
21.
everybody on 3. 1, 2, 3. 21.
21.
Did 3 people get 21?
Yeah, me,
think
you,
so.
and Ricky.
He had a 16.
Awesome. And Brotar's passive is 13 because he doesn't give a fuck.
I said 21.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Raoul.
Raoul, yep.
My bad.
I don't actively look for. I look for
yeah,
passive.
I get
passive.
it. So all of you but Raoul notice the mouth actually on this goblinoid, which stands 5.5 feet tall, lanky, again covered in mud and blood.
Is this what his mouth's doing?
No, actually, its mouth is sewn shut, and
Oh.
its eyes are wide and wild and darting between the few of you. Looks at the kid, and it's almost like, and then
How many goblins are sewn to its back?
can you roll me a d20, Jeff?
Yep, hold on. Let me just go ahead and throw
Use-
one of these.
Oh, I got -5. Weird.
And then it cartwheels.
Okay, I got that
into-
number.
That's awesome, actually. I like that. That's cool.
Shadow dice.
So it bursts out, and then behind it, another 2, and you still hear rustling in the woods. Same thing. They're different shapes and sizes, holding again short sword. You see a long, a normal sized sword and a dagger in one hand, on the other, and again still hear rustling in the woods behind them, but they're all just like frenzied, crazy, almost like in a panic, like they don't know what to do. And the first one leaps at Raoul, but let me get initiatives first because they didn't get the jump on you guys. You could hear them from a decent bit away. So Brotar,
19.
19.
Damn.
Eclipse,
9.
Edgar,
15.
Raoul.
Also 15.
Nice. Dex, you probably lose that battle.
Yes,
Yep,
he
0.
does. Yeah.
Willow.
5.
5.
1
I
plus
got
4.
a 1 plus 4.
Cool. And actually, here are your goblin dice for the night.
Not
Oh.
blue, so he cares about these goblins.
Oh, I love
Kill
these goblins.
them!
If these goblins die, I might die.
Well, you're gonna hate Eclipse's first action then.
Oh, I'm not exhausted anymore.
Will I? Yeah, you're not. No one's exhausted. You guys got a good night's sleep. That is a, and okay. And who rolled a 15? Raoul. Okay, and Jedgar.
Yep.
Jedgar, what's your dex?
Plus 2.
Okay. Can you roll for me?
Yep.
Thank you. Flat roll. What'd you get?
18.
Hi.
Cool. I got a 5, so you go first.
Cool.
Hello, little one.
Yep.
Were you yelling at, waving at?
I was waving at Ricky's daughter.
Oh, I didn't even
didn't
see
see.
her. Yeah.
He came down quickly and then went up quickly.
Ah,
I saw a blonde head in his arms.
Yeah.
And then she was gone.
It was the good night daddy hug. That's the
It
important
was.
one. Yep. That's the important one.
Oh shit! Look at this. This is awesome.
Is it beans?
Then I don't care.
Yeah. If it's not beans, I don't care.
this is wrong. Oh god, this is so wrong.
Oh no.
Yeah. No. Don't. Yeah. We're good. We're good, guys. We're good. If just talk to me and we'll make it work. Let me just put these in order real quick.
I can make it to any of them. Never mind. It's
Yeah,
okay.
you're probably good. Yeah.
Monks, yo.
Monks, yo.
Raoul. Oh, 9.
I rolled a
Yep.
9.
I have 9 decks.
Okay.
9 to. I got a +9. No, I'm kidding. That'd be fantastic to my initiative.
And eventually, with
Yeah.
your class, probably
Wizard.
Chrono Wizard.
I already get my initiative bonus, and it's my int gets
Yeah,
added
it'd be
too.
int plus dex.
You're right. You're
So if you increase your dex too,
Mm. Oh,
or if you get something where you can add proficiency to
initiative.
initiative.
Yeah.
Green.
Then I could get like even a plus 11 or some shit
Use red. Okay.
eventually.
Okay.
Not this campaign, but
Rotar, you go first.
Okay, okay. So, right now I am going to I'm just gonna go ahead and transform myself into Mr. Direwolf.
Roar.
Rar.
Cool.
And I'm going to just stay there. Come up here because my action is turning into the wolf, so
Is that an action?
it
I thought it
is.
was-
I thought it was a bonus action.
Moon druids do get it as a bonus action at some point. I don't know if he has it yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's not on here as a bonus action.
Okay, then if it's
Oh.
not on D&D Beyond as a bonus action, then
Yeah,
it is not a bonus action.
yeah, it's as an action.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I can heal as a bonus action myself.
So, you see this guy run out in the same kind of state as the others, just frenzied in a panic.
Can I just interrupt? It is a bonus action for you starting at level 2.
Uh,
Starting at combat wild shape for Circle of the Moon.
Where
Sorry.
is it? It's not on here.
Look in features and traits.
Oh,
Oh no.
gotcha.
So you want to change what you're doing?
Yeah, I'd like to bite them.
I would like to eat them.
That's
Which,
why I interrupted, because I figured.
Which
Yeah,
one?
I appreciate it. It wasn't on the front page. I'm going to be right in front of Raoul.
Cool.
So I am still next to my combatant.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and I am going to roll.
Okay.
Oh, 14.
Oh, 14 hits.
Oh, nice.
Woo!
All right. So I am rolling a 2d6. Four, and that's a 3, 7 damage. And I need a strength save of 13.
Okay. Well, you don't. How do you want to do this?
Kind of just want to eat his head.
I was gonna say crunch his head.
I mean, considering he's probably smaller than the direwolf, I'm assuming.
He's only like 5.5 feet tall.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna eat his head.
Nice. You do that. It just rips right off his body, and the body collapses. And I mean, I want to say you took a giant chunk out of him, but like your mouth is probably as big as he is, like 3 of him wide.
My tail is just
Yeah.
so happy at the moment.
Yeah.
You want a piece of me? No, I want all of you.
Okay. Damn, that's awesome. Yeah. And anything else?
No, I'm good.
Cool. So I did it preemptively. Like, oh, how is that possible? That's so funny.
I'm amazing.
I just rolled the same thing 3 times in a row.
Oh man.
I know. This guy comes busting out of the woods. And again, same frenzied look, just crazy wide eyes, sewn shut mouth. And this one actually is like turned around, like swinging at nothing with a scimitar, just like all around him. And then like looks over, sees his this other goblinoid get his head ripped off, and then like scans you guys and kind of hunkers down in a battle stance. And Jedgar, you're up next.
Jedgar is going to charge at Green. And as he is running, he's going to pull out his glaive.
Okay.
And he is going to make a big old swiperooski
Cool.
with a 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
Yeah, I figured, okay, well, he overcompensates for his glaive, which is not his usual spear.
Yeah, this so Tareth is shaking from where you left him. He stayed on the path and has kneeled down. Sorry, not kneeled down. He's sitting down, hugging his knees together, like kind of rocking and shaking. And this goblin, as you come at him with this foreign weapon of your new foreign weapon that you've never really, I don't know if you've used it before or not, but it's new. The weight just seems a little off, and as you just slash down, this goblin just like rolls off to the side, and yeah. And next up is Raoul, because that goblin got his head bit off.
Mhm.
I can't hear you, Kyle.
Oh shit.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm
no
gonna
worries.
run up to Green.
Yep.
And I'll go here. If that's cool. And I'm just going to punch him uppercut. I'm gonna punch him straight in that sewn up mouth.
Okay.
Ooh. Try to unstitch the mouth.
That is the
With your
plan.
punch.
That is the
With
plan.
a punch.
With a punch of 18, which hits for 4 damage.
Yeah, you bust open the stitches, and he's like half screeching and screaming. And
And go ahead.
yeah. Oh, go ahead. No.
Bonus action, I'm gonna hit him again. Clock him right upside the other side of the head.
Cool.
Since I'm using unarmed 2 light weapons, I can do that. So that's
Me
a
too.
11.
An 11 will actually miss. So
Okay.
you
That's cool.
yeah, you smash him once, and then he got slightly wiser and is yeah.
Your mouth now is free. Speak to us, goblin.
And it's like war screaming / squealing at you.
See, I was just, foreshadowing this fight.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
we
we
came
know
back
you
from
can
the-
be loud, and that is good. You have won the loud battle. Now tell us with your words.
That goblin actually goes next. And this one, I think I said had a dagger. And
Fucking
we'll
I know.
we'll lunge at Raoul with the dagger because he smacked him.
Cool.
And well, I don't a 6 will not hit.
So it's close.
I was gonna say it's not far off.
Yeah, he rolled a nat 2, so that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So he just and he's chattering to his buddies who don't even look at him. Like you know he's talking to them, and I imagine no one speaks. I mean, it is Goblin, right? Like
Fuck, I should have taken Goblin over Halfling. I should have worked in a
mean,
Goblin kitchen
see,
instead of
only
a
if-
Halfling kitchen.
only a fool would take Goblin over Loxodon. So
Yup.
Get wrecked, Jeff.
Oh, he said only a fool. I did the right thing, you
yeah,
whore.
just wait till the campaign moves its way to Loxodon world.
Yeah.
That.
And next up is Eclipse.
Bonus action. Extend my arm blade. And run at this dude. Also aiming for the mouth, but with a short sword that has now extended from my arm. That is an 18 to hit.
Oh, for sure hits. This one has a scimitar and a shield, a very small, shitty wooden shield on its arm.
That is 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay. It is still standing, but looks real shitty.
Well, I did slice its jaw open. That it is because that was my bonus action. That's the end of my turn.
Yeah, the jaw that you sliced open is laying on the ground right now.
Good. You should pick that up.
And Willow, it's your turn.
Okay. All right, everybody. No need to get into a hubbub. I cast Magic Missile and
This is-
3 bolts at 3 different targets.
Okay.
I'll go 1 at each.
Don't you know Fireball yet?
No, unfortunately, that's a 3rd level spell. 4 plus 1, 5 for 1 bolt, 3 for another, and then that doesn't count. And then 5 for another bolt.
5, 3, and 5.
5 through 5.
Okay.
3, 5.
1, 3. Can you? I'll go just left to right then.
Sure.
Okay. The orange one gets hit and disintegrates.
Yep.
The red one here takes 3 damage, and pretty much it gets blasted in the chest, and it staggers backward and just starts like swiping out in front of it and really like staring you down. And then 5 at green, and a hole blasts through its chest, and it falls to the ground as another emerges from the forest, and you guys no longer hear like running, breaking, rustling in the woods behind as this one emerges. And yeah, the one. So is that your turn?
That's my turn, yeah. Oh, when I see the other 2 kind of step out of the woods, she's
This
going
one steps
to,
out.
Yeah, she's gonna take a couple steps, just back towards the middle of the path. Just a couple steps, just like get herself away from the danger
Okay.
that she sees, and that's the end of her turn.
Cool. Okay. And Willow, give me a perception check.
Okay, I can do that.
And a Flip,
21.
give me a perception check as well. There's a yeah, you're a wolf. You're fine. Jedgar, no, and Raoul
What is my
doesn't give a
plus
fuck.
on that? 14.
21.
Okay.
Just so you know, I have advantage on perception checks as a wolf.
Ooh.
Trying to think if you would. Yeah, roll it. I mean, that's fine. Sorry, I'm trying to think if, like in wolf form, if you're more worried about.
Don't treat me different because of my species.
His mental stats are the same.
Yeah.
His
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So he still has the same wisdom and all that. So that's all that matters, really.
I am rolling perception. I just don't care about actively looking about things if I'm just, walking through a forest. But
Yeah.
if we're in the middle of combat, I will try and be actively
okay,
perceptive, which
fine.
I got a 7.
Huh. I will try to be actively perceptive. This
Yeah.
is not one of those times that I will be actively.
There are
perceptive.
goblins
No, but
trying
I
to
will
attack you,
try.
Raoul.
Good.
And
23, by the way.
yeah, and
Okay, he beats me.
Jedgar, you can roll it too. I guess everyone is, which is fine. Okay, cool. So everyone but Raoul, which again, Raoul, that's fine. Goblins are trying to attack you guys. Everyone else, you notice that this is not normal behavior for a goblin or goblin bandits or any goblins you've encountered. It's almost like they're not acting on their own will. And this one will straight up run up the middle at Willow.
Who gets opportunity attacks on it?
Both of them. Both of you.
Oh. He's going to die. 18 with the arm blade.
Oh yeah. And Brotar?
15, 20.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you both hit. And
I would assume one takes the top, one takes the
well,
bottom.
roll damage first. I just want to make sure.
9.
6.
Yeah.
6 and 9.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
So
know what
like,
those two numbers mean?
you want the leg or you
7,
want the
8,
wing?
15.
I'm aiming like right for the throat on these guys with the arm blade.
Yeah. That head goes rolling. And Brotar, you can clean up the bits.
Just like helps, just tears it away.
Yeah.
The head stays there in the air for a second as the body's just ripped away.
Oh yeah, and chucked into wherever he wants it. Yeah, it was real pissed at Willow for blasting it with that, and kind of even further makes you believe like what the fuck is going, like this is like there's something wrong with these. And next, this one will run out of the forest again. It popped out and will actually run at Brotar. So it's in Raoul's range. So unless you got a reaction when someone enters your range, it's not
No.
passing your range.
That's cool.
And it's going. This one has a little a wooden club with a rock affixed to the top, like a makeshift mace almost.
My reaction is to flex and wink at him.
Doesn't even notice. And
Something's wrong with these goblins,
oh,
guys.
actually, 20 hit.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Let's go with 4 bludgeoning damage as it comes down on you with, again, it's
You
level.
hit my paw.
Yeah. And top of the order is Brotar and
Oh.
Jedgar's on deck.
Oh,
Wait, so
Jedgar.
you're saying I wasn't the last in initiative?
You were not.
Wow.
Goblin 2 rolled a 1. And
How is a 23?
painful.
Okay. Five plus 3, I believe. Yes. So
Okay.
8 damage.
So you take a giant chunk out of this bad boy's midsection, but he's bleeding and standing there still.
Give me a DC 13, please. He might not be standing.
Strength?
Yes, sir.
Ouch. 14 minus 1.
Oh,
Still makes
So-
it.
Damn.
makes
lucky
it.
son
Tie
of a
goes to the
gun.
roller.
That's
Right?
awesome. Yeah, so he's still just huffing and puffing and wild-eyed and just yeah, like fierce. And again, Jedgar is up, Raoul on deck.
All right. Jedgar is going to shift around Rahul and try to stab at him with his glaive from actually
Step.
about here.
With the pokey end?
From 10 feet away.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about them.
That is. Fuck! Got a 10.
You're poking the ground, my boy. He's doing a little jig as you're poking at his toesies.
He's
and,
working his way up to learning how to use this thing again.
Yeah, and you just can't. It just doesn't hit home.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, Raoul and Eclipse on deck.
I'm going to uppercut him with non-lethal damage
Okay.
for a 15.
That hits. That's his DC.
Yep, sweet. That's 4 damage.
Non-lethal, right?
You knock
Yeah.
him the fuck out.
Non-lethal.
Yeah, he probably flies like 8 feet in the air and comes down head first and is laying motionless on the ground.
KO!
Brotar.
Combo.
Can I place him in your bag of holding for now? Maybe we can ask him what happened later.
There is no bag of holding
to you.
on Brotar.
That is correct. All right. I'm going to just carry him for now until until we get our
You should bind his
orcish
hands.
companion back. I hit pretty hard. He might be out for a while, but good observation. I will bind his hand.
Willow will
Okay.
go over to the tree line and look into the trees and see try to see if she could see what they were running from.
And as that kind of all happened, you do see Terith actually standing up on the path, and he threw a rock at one of the dead goblins, and he's like, "Yeah, take that."
Oh, big strong man mocking the dead.
And he flexes. He flexes. Yeah, like you.
That was sarcasm.
Mm-hmm.
I even got that.
And Willow's looking at the tree line.
Yeah, kind of looking into the woods.
Give me a
See if-
perception check, please.
God, why couldn't we have used my perception check from earlier? 7 total.
Oof.
You the normal forest life seems to be back at it. It's still during a day cycle, and you don't see anything, hear anything out of the ordinary. It just seems like the normal, not normal forest that you've been traveling for the past time.
Cool.
Yeah.
We should move before more show up, although they weren't as big a threat as I thought, and I will retract the arm blade.
Love the arm blade.
You
So
got to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys just keep walking. The cycles persist, and after about an hour, after a night cycle, a day cycle comes and stays, similar to that night cycle eclipse. And you guys kind of didn't really recognize that night cycle that eclipse experienced because you were all sleeping, but it just stuck around for longer than it probably should have, or than the pattern.
What we've become accustomed to.
Yeah, so this day cycle kind of sticks, and you continue walking same. And Lord of the Rings won at you guys here, but you just kind of walk for a couple hours. You do feel the air around your bodies like almost vibrating, and you get the feeling that you kind of shouldn't be here. It's not painful. It's almost like that electric charge or like that static buildup. And that's like everyone kind of feels that. It's like a pressure and a staticky type of just it's odd, and it's coming at you from all sides, each person. And I think you all really like you all notice it, and you probably notice each other noticing it.
What is Mr. Fuzzball doing?
He's we're on your shoulder.
Okay.
And he scurried like into, if there was a pocket or a cloak pocket or anything on you during the fight, he was hiding in there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say he because whatever, we've established it's a he. There's no real gender associated with them that you know of. But since you've been walking and the sun's been out, it's been on your shoulder, and it's been doing these after a while, like
I have a cat.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, kind of.
All right. Nope. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't doing anything odd. All right.
Nothing odd. And you guys can't really place why or what's happening around you, but it's just, I don't know, a different feeling than it's been so far.
Just the forest in general.
Yeah. You've kind of grown used to the different noises of the foreign creatures around you scurrying about, and birds chirping and stuff like that. And you do, it's kind of white noise at this point, and then you do feel that feeling, and then those giggles from before start popping up again to each of you individually.
I'm
This
starting
is-
to notice something. It's no
Are
longer.
there- Sorry, go ahead.
What were you saying, Eclipse?
I was going to ask Willow if there are any more sigils on the trees.
Have I noticed any?
Give me a perception check, actually.
That's a 14.
Now that you're looking, like not the so again you're on the path, so not the first layer, the second layer, or the third, but you actually, with Eclipse asking you and you looking now, like, yeah, probably 30 feet in, you do spot like another sigil, one similar to the one that you saw before,
Fuck off.
and then another one, near it.
Frig
a-
off.
and this one is a wavy circle, with a line through it, diagonally,
Uh-huh.
and a star, on the upper left hand corner of it, um, and you actually have not come across this sigil, that you can recall right now. You give me a history check.
Alright. History. I am good at this. I say as I probably. I got a 14. Another 14.
Yeah, it's familiar to you. If you want to keep thinking on it and trying to recall, I'll have you just make a check here shortly.
Yeah, I will.
But
I think it seems familiar. Give me a moment.
But you do pick out, on either side, actually, kind of further in, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, here and there, scattered about. And you haven't noticed them this close, or you haven't looked, but they seem to be kind of grouped pretty closely at this point. And you do hear like rustling in the leaves, and you do again hear a couple cracking of branches and leaves falling, and almost noises of something jumping, from branch to branch all around you as the giggling intensifies.
Look up. Eclipse. Look in the trees. See if you can see anything for me. Like he's or she's just going to say that.
Yeah.
While
Yeah.
she thinks on
And
the sigil.
and you all look up because you're talking out loud, and you can all, without perception checks or anything, you do see like maybe you catch an arm or a foot dashing about, from limb to limb and tree to tree, but it's hard against the ever-changing, reds and yellows and browns and, whites of the ever-shifting trees, leaves, and branches. You see like translucent wings here, or like, the I always forget the word, but like, shimmering of something there.
Do
And
you think they want their fruit back? And I pull the little fruit that I took last night out of my pocket.
it is rotten now.
Do you think they want their fruit back? I'm holding the rotten fruit.
I don't think anybody's going to want your rotten fruit.
I drop it. Okay.
And the giggling again, it's a giggling and like a squealing noise now that it's growing louder and louder and almost unbearable, as again you hear this rustling all around everyone. And can you all give me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh.
Can I ask if this is poison or disease?
You can, and it's not.
Okay.
Suck my dirty 20.
Nice.
Well, la dee da. I got a 12.
I did too,
Nice.
13.
which is
Nice.
exactly average for me.
14.
Nice. So you guys get the urge, like, the lower end of you guys, the 30, 20, and the big numbers, you're just kind of like, this is fucking obnoxious. But the lower end, you guys kind of get an urge to walk off the path and into the forest, and then you're like, wait, no, and you shake your heads. Brotar, was it Willow?
Got a 12.
I got a
Okay.
12 as well.
Yeah, you guys just kind of, you're just like, no, that's, I should not do that. And Terith actually puts you, Jedgar, you're the first one to notice, and it's lower because the giggling and this, squealing is so loud you almost didn't notice it, but he is got his hands over his ears, and he's no, don't listen to them. And he starts quieter and then louder and starts yelling and then starts running down the path straight, like full sprint.
Fitz.
Well, they told him to go home.
Oh,
so-
child, no. Fitz, I have to go get the child. Oh my God, child.
I
Terry,
will race you to the child.
let us go. And
Oh.
Jedgar starts galloping off.
I
And
book
guys,
it.
this is when I gotta cut out. So I will further ridicule the child if I have option.
Okay.
In combat, if they get close, I will punch, but otherwise I will use vicious mockery.
Uppercuts and vicious mockeries.
Yep.
You got it.
Okay.
What's
Making
your
fun of their
modifier? What's your modifier?
Oh, we've
Or
got
your
his,
save?
I've got his page.
Yeah,
Oh,
Zach's got
yeah.
my page.
Okay.
All right, night, guys.
Night.
Fun.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.
Kyle.
So, are we
sorry.
running to save him?
Not to say he ran off. He said, no, don't listen to them, and ran down the path ahead, the right way, the way you were going.
I remember I'm in wolf form right now, and I missed the beginning part when I wasn't here. So, Edgar, are you running
sorry.
to save him?
Jedgar is just stopping him from running away from the group.
Okay, so I can tell in wolf form you're not being aggressive about it.
No. I am not hostile. He has
Okay,
his
I
weapon
am also
stowed.
going to then sprint after at a 50 feet.
Damn.
See? You know what? If I have to blow a key point for this, fuck it.
The wolf is going to compete with you, sir, in
Yeah.
everything you do.
Not when I blow a key point, but yes, he will.
Yeah.
But
Willow's just like, guys.
it's like a race.
So,
It's
yeah,
nothing to do with the kid. We're just trying to see who can get there first.
Yeah.
you guys for sure like pass him. Like he's got these itty bitty child legs, right? But he's still running full sprint, with his yelling with hands over his ears. No, just don't keep moving, go. And he's in a frenzy. And after, what's Willow doing?
Well, I guess just keeping up with Raul and
Okay, so
Uh,
everyone's just running.
yeah, because everybody else started running, so I
Mhm.
guess they looked at each other like, and
So-
then just started like jogging after everybody.
I'll say this, after a minute, so 10 turns of sprint, right, guys? So you give me the distance, right?
800 feet for me if I'm not bonus actioning it.
Yes. So roughly 800 feet down the road, all is silent again.
And 2 turns later, Raul and Willow show up.
And they come and
Puffing and puffing.
yeah. And up ahead you do see the path open up into a small clearing.
I will stop and grab the boy by his shoulder and say, "How did you know what to do?"
Yeah, it's the Fae. You know the Fae. Don't trust the Fae. They tell you things, and I think
No. How did you know to cover your ears?
because I was scared.
Insight check. I rolled a natural 1. I know what that means.
He was scared.
He was scared.
Fine. And I just let go. Fine.
Didn't I thought they said you guys talked to Vargas? Didn't Vargas tell you about the Fae?
Your whole town is useless.
Well, I'm not surprised.
I wish we would have talked to you. We would have gotten a lot more information out of you than the other 2 idiots in your village.
Me too. And then I want to have to find you. And at night it was, oh my god. Yeah. But the Fae, don't trust the Fae. Assume everything. Assume everything is out to get you, and look, and he touches a tree. And it changes, but it's real. It's real. The Fae, they're not. They, they play mind tricks. It is known. Don't you know about the Fae?
It is known.
It is known.
It is
As
known.
everybody in the party, just all at the same time. It is known.
I know nothing about these fair you speak of.
Only a little.
All I know about the Fae is they are tricky. They can kind of warp through time and space, and they fucking took my sister.
Well, that's a jump.
I think they took mine too.
Damn it!
When
I
did
didn't
they
want to
take-
like you, kid, but now we've got something in common.
You don't have to like him.
Well, I feel for him. So I guess that's something. I wouldn't want. I've been in his shoes. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to lose my sister again.
Did you ever find her?
No, unfortunately, it's very hard because when she disappeared, we forgot her name. And it's very hard to find someone when you don't know what their name is.
I think she's making this up, Eclipse. You don't forget somebody's name like that.
Trust me, I wish I was lying. I wish that wasn't the case.
I believe you.
How do you know you ever had a sister? And you weren't just like had an imaginary friend? Like, you know, growing up, Jedgar had this goat. You know, his name was LeBron, and he was my best friend.
LeBron the goat.
Yes. He was very good friend, but LeBron wasn't real. He was imaginary goat. But
Good job, Zach.
you know,
That's
But
good.
you gave me an opening.
You're right. I gave it to you.
Yeah.
It's the Morty, you son of a bitch. I'm in.
You
So-
son of a bitch.
I mean,
Are we going to find his sister then?
Of course, we
if we-
have to.
If we keep going forward, the forest will lead us to her. My
We-
father.
We know. You
Hurry,
told us.
Keep moving. We have to go. Willow is now like very like she's like standing up straighter. She's like, all right, like let's. She's starting to take charge. Like she's like, all right, we gotta keep moving. Let's just keep moving. We've got a village coming up shortly. And maybe we can rest for the night when we get there. We just got to keep going. We've got to find his sister.
I mean, you've
Okay.
never answered me about your sister. Like,
I have memories of nights looking up at the stars with somebody there. My sister. I remember her face. I could tell you every detail about her, but I just every time I try to say her name, it's just nothing comes out.
was her name Jessica?
I don't think so.
Heidi?
I think I know where this is going, and I'm just gonna say no.
Margaret?
Okay, you can stop now. Hold on. I'm sorry. You can keep going, but if we keep doing this, you're gonna have to let me ride you.
You can
Ooh.
fucking try. And Jedgar is gonna do that odd prance that goats do where they like hop away.
Goats do.
I love it.
Yeah. So again, ahead of you, kill count needs to be updated. Is a small clearing, um, and in the forest itself, trees make a rough circle, and then it's almost like the trees in front of you are bending over to make an archway, and they do connect. So it almost makes an archway with a hallway that leads forward. Um, it's still ever shifting types of trees, sizes, but the archway and the hallway never um, break. It's always whatever type of tree, color of tree. It's always making this. And Terith then looks at his feet, and you just hear kind of him muttering to himself, oh no, oh no, oh no, no, I know, my my dad was, and he went with Vargas. He went with Vargas and never came back. But he told me and my sister Adina, like I said before, um, he told us of the forest and the place they used to go out as kids and as teenagers and and would get ready, and during his initiation, he he went for the amulet but never came back. Um, but he told us of this place. His father told him about it, and my my great grandfather told his son about it. I know this place. They they call it the highway. If uh, if you talk to Pawpaw, he would have told you about it.
He did not.
Uh, the the forest is always looking to grow. The souls of all that enter it never leave. They feed the essence of whatever, and he like kind of points around, whatever this is. And you guys, yeah, and there for the night, looking at again a small clearing, probably 30 feet, round oval, actually oval, with a pretty thick tree line and an archway that just leads forward in what looks to be a forest or a tree hallway. And it just seems to go on, and you don't see an end to it. But it is known as by Terith and Pawpaw, at least, as the highway.
Ooh, interesting.
Also, in chat, can you click that link for me?
The better one. Oh, ad!
What do you mean?
Oh shit! Does that mean?
I had an ad.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's such a pain.
If you're wondering, we only murdered half of our users' eardrums with that because fuck, my volume on YouTube was at 100%.
Well, they don't need those eardrums.
Nope.
Anyway.
That's better.
Well, I'm
that
going to hit
mean,
this level up button.
I was gonna say, does that mean level 3?
That means level 3, boys.
Oh.
I felt bad because Kyle, like 15 minutes, and I was really trying to get you here. But I think we we made it.
We can
made
tell
it.
them the good news.
Yeah.
So, level 3, and
Hell yeah!
you are at the entrance of the highway.
As we take a long rest there, I would assume, or are we just getting the level up bump?
When you guys level, I'm gonna give you HP and spell slots.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
so we do get a long rest on level up. It's okay. Hey, I am not going to complain about that.
House rules, Murder Forest will give you a full rest. So here's the thing: if you were like exhausted or had an ailment, that I'm giving you spell slots and health back.
Okay.
Cool.
And key
Oh.
points, whatever that.
That's a short rest.
Yeah. So exactly. So, but other things I may carry over if the situation presents itself. Yeah.
I get level 2 spells.
And that is the conclusion of session 4, chaboys.
Hell yeah.
Nice. I just want you to know, I now have a section in D&D Beyond that says spells.
Yes, me too.
Oh no.
That's
And before we end the stream, I just have to ask, why is the child the only one who knows fucking anything?
Yep. That's the
Um,
question.
Because everyone else is drunk.
You guys pulled what I call now an Austin. In parts in town where you just kind of like